Hi, everyone, and welcome back to our final night of Orientation 2020. Tonight, we have a great comedy show that I can't wait to watch with Matt Wright and Rick Mercer. Take it away, Rick.
Launchpad? This is ridiculous. I used to have a cameraman for this. I used to have lights in a TV studio. Okay, launchpad. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Hi, I'm Rick Mercer. Hello and welcome to the first year students of the College of North Atlantic. Welcome to this historic virtual comedy orientation evening. Also hello to the few second year students who may be tuning in, to family and friends, and a special hello to the hackers from the Chinese government. We have nothing to hide. Well, here we are. Look at you, our future welders, cooks, journalists, x-ray technicians, MHAs, cabinet ministers, and premiers. I hope you're well, you're seated comfortably, you're safe, at home, and wearing pants. Who's to say whether you are or not? These are very strange times. Who's to say whether I am? As I say, very strange times. Well, here we are. First year of school. I guess it's exactly as you expected. No, I know many of you must be feeling that you're starting school in the strangest period in human history. Well, let me assure you, this is not the strangest period in human history. No, sir, it's up there. Not going to lie. Probably top 5 or top 3. Who am I kidding? It's definitely top 2. These are difficult times. How difficult? Not a single person has appeared in public in 2020 and not said, these are difficult times. These are strange times. And they sure are strange times. I mean, look at us. It's orientation week, and you're not at school, you're at home. And I'm not standing in a bar talking to you or in a hall. I'm here in my shed. But that's it. We are moving forward. Nothing is going to stop you from getting an excellent education, least of all, a pandemic. And nothing is going to stop you from having a good time during orientation week. And certainly you're in for a good time tonight because you have waiting in the wings of his house, or maybe it's a hall, or maybe he's got a spangly curtain. I don't know what he's got set up because this is all virtual. Maybe he's in his shed. I don't know. But you have waiting in the wings one of my favorite Canadian comedians who just happens to be from the great province of Newfoundland and Labrador, and you are in for a treat. So, please, sit back, future leaders of Newfoundland and Labrador. Put your hands together, make some noise for the one and only Matt Wright.
No, I'm just kidding. My mic is on. We have no technical difficulties. Do not worry. Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for having me. My name is Matt Wright. It is a bizarre thrill to be here, man. This is wow. Thanks to Rick for both the intro. That was amazing, and I'm very grateful for the kind words. And also thanks for outing the fact that I'm not wearing pants. But that's okay. You know, it's 2020. Only your upper body. Only your upper body matters. Whoa. Upper body. This is going well. This is interesting for me. I'm a stand-up comedian, or I was in the old world, and I make a mistake now, or a joke's not going well, and I have no idea. I could be crushing. I could be bombing. It's honestly none of my business whatsoever. But I am thrilled to be here. And also, Rick, you're welcome for chopping all that wood you have behind me. It's nice to pick up another hobby during quarantine and just figure out anything to do at all. Man, if you were to tell me last year at this time that I would be doing a show with Rick Mercer, I wouldn't believe you. I'd be like, that is a dream. And I don't mean like a dream in the sense that, oh my god, my dreams have come true. I mean, that literally sounds like a dream. It sounds like something that my brain made up. It was like, oh yeah, you were in your own office, just standing around wearing a jacket and pajama pants, no socks, no shoes. Rick Mercer was there. There was wood behind him. He was talking about the Chinese government People may not be watching, or maybe they are. Again, I don't. Who knows? Man, is this year ever weird? Like, I actually have to charge my laptop. This is my laptop's going to die. I just got a message from Apple. I got a message from Apple that said that if I don't charge my laptop soon, it'll die. So this is comedy in 2020, baby. I love it. I'm thrilled to be here. The college asked me to do 20 minutes of comedy on Zoom, so that's what I'm going to do. So if anyone wants to throw on an episode of The Office, you have about exactly the same amount of time, and I will have no idea. I'm just thrilled that you are presumably here. I mean, I never did Zoom comedy before. This is a new thing for me. I've done it this year now that we didn't really have a choice, but man, it's a bizarre ask for someone in my industry. Last year, I probably would have said no, but now that the world is over, this is a big highlight of my week. I'm thrilled to be doing anything at all, and it's nice. I will say one thing that I don't know if any of you guys have done any gigs, if any of you guys have ever played any bands or anything at some point in your life, but it's a notoriously weird thing among artists that when you are when you're doing a gig and then it's over, you go back to the hotel room and it's very lonely. And that's true. And if you think that's lonely, try doing a Zoom show and then just signing off, leaning in as the smile fades from your face and shutting your laptop and you're just alone in a room. It's totally different. But yes, I'm here to do 20 minutes of stand-up comedy. I was their second choice. Their first pick was 20 TikTokers doing 1 minute of lip syncing. But anyway, I'm here now. My name is Matt Wright. It's very nice to be here. I went to business school before I did comedy. That's where I got this jacket. I remember after I graduated, I told my mom that I was going to start doing comedy. And she said, "Oh, I think that I just got postpartum depression." It's funny, I've done that joke on stage before, and it usually does well, so I hope you laughed. If you didn't, again, it's none of my business. But this is actually my second gig in a little while. I did another Zoom gig for a university. My manager got an email, and it said that the university would like to book me. And I said, okay, that's very nice. And then they said that they wanted me to speak for 4 minutes. So that was my first gig of this year after the shutdown, was a Zoom gig where I was asked to do 4 minutes. 4 minutes is very nice, but very specific. Normally I get booked and it's for 40. But I haven't stopped thinking about it since, honestly, because that means that someone in a room, it was Mun. I can just say that, right? I don't know if that's okay, but it was. It was Mun. And someone back there was like, "We should book a comedian for this." And they were like, "All right, that's a good idea. Then, how long were you thinking?" And then they were like, "Oh, I don't know, 5 minutes." And someone was like, "Hang on, don't push it. Let's give him 4." And someone was like, "Oh, well, I don't know, maybe he was a Mun graduate." And then they were like, "Oh, I just checked his transcript, and he got a 33 in computer science in 2009. And they're like, maybe 3 minutes. Obviously, this is a weird time to be going to school, and I don't know what I can tell you about what comes after. I do not recommend being a stand-up comedian in a pandemic, but, you guys, I'm sure your futures are still bright, or as bright as anyone can be when you're never allowed to leave your house, but this will be over someday, right? We hope. But I don't know. Who knows? Maybe, you never know. You can, if you work hard and you go to school and you pay attention, you could be in the position that I'm in, which, of course, is alone in a room, wearing a suit jacket with pajama pants, and speaking to the future leaders of our world for a allotted time of 4 minutes. But 20 minutes today, which is better. Things have loosened up a bit here in Newfoundland recently, which I am very grateful for. I was very afraid at the beginning of the year. Don't get me wrong, I'm still a little scared, but I don't know. I got annoyed. I was getting very annoyed with people because I'd be on Twitter and there would be people with no qualifications being like, this is stupid. We need to shut everything. Shut it all. Open it up. I don't want to be shut down anymore. Open up everything. I want my things. And I was just like, shut up. You don't know. You don't have a science degree? Why don't you just listen to Janice? You have no idea what's going on. Stop pretending you know. You took WHMIS training in 1994. You don't know anything. But like overall, I mean, what a decade this year has been. My God, it's endless. Remember Snowmageddon? That was this year. Snowmageddon was this year. And who would have thought that that would be the freest we would be? That's so very sad. I'm almost ashamed to say this, but I went to Australia during that. I was kind of like, you know what? I didn't know it was going to be like as crazy as it was, don't get me wrong. But I was like, you know what? I'm done with Newfoundland winter. And I don't know if you remember this, but in January, Australia was on fire. And I was like, I would rather than face a Newfoundland winter, I would just, frankly, I'd be happier to just go to an on-fire continent. Because at least it's warm. And it was fun, man. It was, I had a nice time. It was really good. Everyone there, though, in Australia is very tanned and very in shape. Like, everyone is in shape. I saw a corpse wash up on the beach. It was ripped. Just out of control. And, I mean, it was interesting for me because I guess when everyone's in great shape, for them, it's not very exciting. But for me, they'd see me walking down on the beach with no shirt on. They'd be like, who's this exotic milk bag? But it was good. I mean, I've been trying to get in shape over quarantine. This is the thing. I think a lot of us did this. A lot of us were like, I'm going to grow plants. I'm going to get in shape. I'm going to read 1,000,000 books. But I think I forgot something that a lot of people forgot, which is that I'm still me. I still have all the same weaknesses that I had before. I just have somehow less sun exposure than I did. And I've tried to go to the gym and stuff, man. I've tried it, but it's not... Oh, I don't know. It's just not for me. I don't feel good there. Like some people, they're there and they just look like they belong. You know what I mean? I saw a guy who was like gigantic. He like had to turn sideways to go through a door. He had a shirt on that said bodybuilding. I was like, oh, I was wondering what you were into. What are your hobbies? Chicken breasts and vegetables? Okay, cool. That's what I thought. I don't know if I like the gym. I don't know. It's just, I don't like the people there. I don't know how strong I'm getting. I know that before this all ended, I was still not strong enough to push a pull door. I learned that at the gym as I was trying to leave. The lady was like, you gotta pull it. I was like, give me a minute. I would have figured that out. Okay. I know. It's hard to feel dumb at the gym. You know what I mean? It's a hard place to feel dumb. I didn't mind feeling dumb at school or at the library, but at the gym, I'd at least like to feel smart. One time I was at the gym and I watched a guy try to adjust a non-adjustable bench for like 5 minutes straight. I didn't even work out. I was like, all right, my endorphins are spiked. This is all that I need. What else is new? I got a haircut for this. That was very exciting. Haircuts are different now. They just stand you next to a wall and they throw axes at you, and then it worked out pretty good. I enjoy getting a haircut. I think it's a very different experience for a man to get a haircut and a woman to get a haircut. I get haircuts kind of on a whim. My girlfriend tells me that she's going to get a haircut in December, in May. I was like, okay. She does a very interesting thing where sometimes she has brown hair, and she will dye her hair brown. And then she'll just come home and be like, notice anything different? And I'll have to be like, you have less money? It's not good. I don't recommend that. Don't piss off the only people who are actually in your house with you. We have been getting along pretty well. We agree on most things. My girlfriend is a delight. We agree on almost everything, honestly. There was a time last year that I thought she was mad at me, but it just turned out that she got her eyebrows done, so that was a misunderstanding. Oh, sorry. My phone is ringing. I apologize. This is probably not professional, but I gotta take it. Hello? Oh, Rick? How's it going? I have no idea. I have no idea. I've been yelling at my computer for 12 minutes. I don't know if anyone's laughed. Oh, the usual. Thanks. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I will. Okay, I'll come over and finish chopping the wood as soon as I'm done. Okay, have a good one. Gemini award winner. Anyway, what was I saying? Haircut. Yes. So, I had an interesting experience when I was getting a haircut, which is that I was getting a haircut in Toronto. I was on the road. This was a couple years ago, and we were making some small talk, which personally, when I don't need. You know what I mean? I don't need small talk when I'm getting a haircut. I'm leaving with less of myself. This is an interesting process. I'm very nervous. But this woman was making small talk with me, and she said, "Where are you from?" And I said, "I'm from Newfoundland." And she said exactly this. She said, "You're from Newfoundland?" You are not going to believe this. And I said, "What?" And she said, "You're from Newfoundland?" I said, "Yes." And she said, she leaned in, she said, like she had the most important thing to ever tell me. She was like, "I have a client who has a summer home in Prince Edward Island." I was like, I don't believe it. It's weird we haven't met yet. We're practically related, after all. Oh man, this is. I think you guys probably. It probably looks like I'm reading a script. I'm not. I have my jokes in my brain. It's just that because I'm doing this on like a Zoom thing, I can see myself, which is weird because I don't know what my own face does. Even on FaceTime, I always found it weird that like, why is my face there? That's not a part of talking at all. I'm not supposed to know what this does. This is your business. I'm usually looking at other people laughing, hopefully. But who's to say? I don't know. I've been struggling with technology in general for a long time, and I'm not old, man. I'm 32. I'm a 32-year-old man, and technology is just changing so fast, and it's honestly too fast. Like we don't need as much as we have right now. Like if you work in technology right now, like maybe make me a phone that lasts longer than a day, battery-wise, and a printer that works for more than a month, and then hit the beach. Take a break. Maybe. We don't need any more technology. We don't. And I know that because Future Shop is in the past now. But I'm worried about how my brain is changing because of it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. A lot of people are saying that Facebook is like ruining democracy, which I think is obviously that's terrible. It's not the worst thing that Facebook does. The worst thing that Facebook does is every now and then it says, like, sends you this like reminder of what you said 10 years ago, which is good Lord. And a picture of me with like an American Eagle tank top and pit stains with like an Entourage quote. That is a war crime in itself. But like, okay, I'll give you an example. So I went this summer. I went on a hike with a few of my friends, and a big long hike. We hiked for 6 hours, and they're always like, "Oh, the view will be worth it. The view will be worth it." And I'm like, okay. And the view was worth it. I was there with my girlfriend and my buddy from when we were kids and his fiance, and we were just looking at this amazing view, and it was a perfect moment. And I would change nothing about it, except I looked at my Fitbit and it was dead. And a dumb part of me was like, what a goddamn waste. I don't know. People are having trouble all the time. There's a guy who got in trouble because he robbed a bank. And the reason he got caught was because he was wearing his Fitbit. So like he got away from the bank. But then they caught him by looking at the Fitbit database. They just tracked his steps from the bank to the getaway location and just found him there like stretching on a pile of money. And that's so funny to me that there is a guy who is like, two things happening today. Number one, I'm robbing a bank. And number two, and equally important, is I'm getting my steps in. I'm getting 10,000 no matter what. You think I'm not gonna wear my Fitbit robbing a bank? I'm walking there. I'll be running out. My heart rate will be going through the roof. I got a step challenge going with my friend Diane. I'm gonna wreck her. She's just walking her dog around the cul-de-sac. I'm robbing a bank. Also, it sucks because that guy had to go to jail, which is terrible for many reasons. One of which being that it's a very tough place to get your steps in. I don't know. I hope. It's just been a tough year. I mean, I know that a lot of people are not getting what they thought things were going to be, and a lot of people miss weddings. I remember I was supposed to go to a bunch of weddings this year, and almost all of them got canceled. We had actually, at the beginning of this year, on our calendar, we had 11 weddings, because I'm 32 and everyone is trying to beat the stats. But yeah, 11 weddings, and they all seem to get canceled, and I felt bad for people. But I mean, maybe this is a time to consider what we're doing with weddings. You know what I mean? Some of it is good, long-term commitment. That's very nice. Having a party with your family and friends, beautiful. Getting lots of photos. I think all of that is great, but like, not all of it. You know what I mean? Some stuff I can't help but think that we can get rid of. You know what I mean? Like, I think we can get rid of, like, the bouquet toss. I think the bouquet toss is mean. I think it's mean to single people. Man, it's hard to be at a wedding and be single and just listen to two people talk about how they have a perfect relationship all day, and you're just there alone. And then you think that it's over, but it's not, because brides don't care at all, because they make them do a bouquet toss, which is so cruel to single people, to just be like, thank you for listening to me all day about how perfect my life is, and I know that you single people do not have that, and I'm sorry, but I have a little treat for you, which is these flowers that I don't need anymore, so I'm going to toss them. All you single losers, come on, reveal yourselves on the dance floor. Be alone together in front of us. Fight over these things. You can take them. If you catch them, you can go to sleep with that tonight. Hey, creepy uncles. If you want to try to hit on someone later, I recommend these people. It's mean. And I mean, I like some of it. There's other stuff that I think we can get rid of. I don't want to pick a best man. Is it just weird that I don't want to rank my friends? I don't do that in the rest of my life. That's so strange, to rank your friends. It's bizarre that people would like fly to where you are and you'd be like, thank you for coming to my special day. Everyone here means so much to me, obviously, because you were invited. The people who are seated to the door, you were the last choices, but you made the cut. That's beautiful. And I know this is kind of weird, but I am going to take this opportunity to say that not only do I love Julie, and she is my favorite person, but also this guy right here, Rick. Rick is the best man. I like Rick better than all of you. I need to be clear about this. There is no one here that I like more than Rick. It's just my opinion, but he is the best man. He is a better man than all of you. All of them. Also, in case you're not sure yet where you stand in my little horseshoe of friends, I've also taken the liberty of ranking 4 more of my friends from 2 to 5. This is the second best man. This is the third best man. This is the 4th best man. This is my wife's brother. I don't know, I'm not even engaged yet. I'm not engaged yet. It seems nice. Seems expensive, which is okay. A woman told me at a wedding, actually, that a wedding is supposed to cost 3 months' salary. And I was like, oh yeah? Do I pick what months? Because I'm a stand-up comedian, and my income fluctuates greatly throughout the year. If you want to ring from September to November, you're doing all right. If you want to ring from June to August, you're getting a ring made of drink tickets, or in this year, curb payments. But either way, I've been trying to convince my girlfriend that if I buy her a ring, that she should buy me a treat too, because it's 2020, and it is not going very well. It's not going well at all, actually. I just tried to convince her that like she should get me a lawnmower that I can sit on and mow the lawn, which I actually think is kind of more reasonable than wearing 3 paychecks on your finger. But this is not working. This is not working at all, to be honest. If you guys want to talk to her, please let me know. But anyway, what else? Oh man, we're almost out of time. this is time flies when you're yelling at your laptop alone. Anyhow, where do I close this off? I mean, okay, why don't we say this? You guys, I hope you enjoy your time at school. I hope you enjoy the rest of what still kind of feels like summer. The weather's still all right. You should get in a hammock, man. Get in a hammock. Getting in a hammock is so relaxing that it only takes, like, I don't know, 5 minutes in a hammock to just forget how stressful it was to get into that hammock. All right, so this has been a weird year, and you guys have a lot of work ahead of you, so I'm going to leave you with my two silliest jokes. They are both about music. This is a joke about a guy named Keith Moon. I have a picture on my, a book on my coffee table, and it's a bunch of pictures of rock and roll musicians, and it's called The Most Rock and Roll Photos of All Time. I will say that the cover, they chose to put on the cover a picture of the Beatles' Abbey Road album cover, which is like weird. You know what I mean? Because like there's not much rock and roll about a bunch of dudes in suits being responsible pedestrians. But the best picture they have is there's a picture of Keith Moon. He's completely unconscious on his drum kit, and there's a caption, and the caption of the photo says, "Keith Moon passed out during this concert because he had too many horse tranquilizers." Which I think is funny because it says too many. Meaning that it's someone's job backstage to both ensure that Keith Moon gets enough horse tranquilizers, but also not too many of them, whatever that amount might be. I don't know if you guys are laughing. I really can't tell. I hope you've had a nice time. And I am closing on this joke. Here's some stuff about Keith Moon that you need to appreciate in order to fully appreciate what I just told you. He was in a band called The Who. He was a bit of a drug addict. And most importantly, he was not a horse. Thank you guys very, very much for having me. Good luck with your school year. Good luck with whatever the world is now. I'm pulling for all of you. And thanks you guys for having me. I've been Matt Wright. Have a nice day. Bye.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning into the final night of orientation. I know this was a busy week and this was a lot of content to get through, but I hope that it provided you with some guidance, some laughs, and just something to help get through your first few weeks here at College of North Atlantic. Please remember that we are all on your side and we can't wait to see you thrive this year. Be sure to keep in touch, follow us on social media, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.